Hey guys, my name is Mercy. Welcome to my channel. I'm super excited for you to be here. And this is a chit chat video where I do my hair and talk to you guys about just some things that are happening, including me getting ready for residency, just cultural things that I'm dealing with, as well as Black Lives Matter. So grab coffee or tea or whatever food. I want to get to know you guys more. I want you guys to get to know me more. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and point of views in the comment section below. So stick around if you want to see how I get this look. And the chit chat and me getting heated up. So I already did my makeup actually. I'm just gonna do my hair on camera. I have my tea. So I am getting actually ready for residency. I'm currently living with my parents, and I actually haven't lived with my parents for this long since I was 18. So obviously up until 18 I lived at home, and then after that I went off to college, and then I just came in for summers really and holidays, but mostly I was on my own. So it was definitely weird to be home for this long, and culturally technically we don't really like the females especially, you don't get your own place until you're married. With my parents, I've been installing in their heads that whether I'm married or not, I'm getting my own house. So leave me alone. And with apartments, I mean, it's obviously expected, especially if you're going to a residency and you're you know, and it's away from home, like it's expected that you're going to be on your own. But I'm also like, guys, this is it. Like when I leave to go on my own, the next step is getting my own house, whether I'm married or not. Like drilling that in my parents' head. We're Afghans, we're Middle Eastern, so not the rule. I started looking for apartments a while back, like a few months ago, and then I started looking for like things for my apartment. So I kind of want like new furniture and just, you know, everything, basically everything new. I want to kind of start my life. I feel like I'm at that point. So a lot of like my friends and like family members, I have like cousins that are already getting married, and I have like friends that have like 3 kids, and me, I'm like living with my parents. I'm not engaged, I'm not married, so like I don't have kids obviously, and so it's just like I'm in a different world than a lot of my friends and like cousins and stuff. So it's very blunt, very straightforward. I kind of have like a theme and everything kind of going, but it's just about finding like the right furnitures and finding the right pieces. And it's hard because it's also so expensive, and obviously residents don't make shit. So it's really hard to also kind of figure that out. So hopefully it'll all go well. I'm trying to make an Amazon list so that I can share with you guys, and you guys can go ahead and check it out, because I know there are a few bloggers that do that, and I love like kind of going through their list and seeing like what they've bought, and because it's nice to see someone else purchasing a product and you know that it's good because someone else has already purchased it and used it, which is why reviews are so important. But so I'm going to try to formulate a list and share it with you guys in the description box, so go ahead and check it out. Anyway, hopefully, because it's very time consuming, but hopefully I will do that. Okay, so let's please talk about what is going on right now. I've always been an advocate that Black Lives Matter, and then you have like this counter argument that all lives matter, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Can we please just for a minute just think about it? It's just really mind-blowing for someone to disagree and say all lives matter, because we're not talking about all lives. It's not the point to say all lives matter when we're specifically talking about the people that are oppressed, and those are Black or African American community. It's like saying if you're going on a march for women's right, and then men are coming and standing in there and screaming and chanting, well, men's life matter too. You're just like, to a man, you're like, what the f are you talking about? You're not being oppressed as a man. You have this advantage, this constant advantage that women don't have, and it infuriates you. And so like someone that agrees to Black Lives Matter, to them, if you say all lives matter, it just boils us up, because it's like your life is not affected, you're not oppressed. Yes, all lives in the sense that human lives matter and we should advocate for human rights. But African American communities are oppressed constantly, and that's what's trying to be addressed. We need to work extra hard to understand why our African American communities are affected and how we can help and how we can contribute. And it also begins within our family. Like, we have to address certain I keep saying address. If my sister hears this, she's gonna get pissed off because she hates me saying address or address instead of address. It begins with what you're taught at home, because hate isn't something that you're born with. It's something that you learn. Comments like, don't be under the sun, you're gonna get too dark, or, oh, you're so pretty, your skin is so fair. These are things I've heard growing up. So things like that have an impact, and subconsciously it builds in your head. And even though you think you're not racist, you end up doing or acting racistly, if that's a word. Subconsciously, we have these thought process that have been kind of ingrained in us, not necessarily because like we think it's right. It's just like a subconscious reaction that you have based on what you are constantly being told. So for example, in movies, when you're watching that the bad guys are all these African Americans, even being not the main lead, and you don't see them in the forefront, you think that they're not good enough to be in the forefront, and white people should always be in like the main characters. That subconsciously is put in your head. It's those kind of silly things that really contribute towards that. I think it's really important to address those if you have like a platform, but I think more importantly, it should be addressed within our own family, within our community. If you've never gone through a situation, you never can fully understand. So it's really easy for someone that's not affected to criticize someone that is affected and feeling angry towards what society has put them through. Does that make sense? It's heartbreaking. Like, I can't even imagine. I really can't. I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to read. I want to try to be more knowledgeable about this, because I haven't felt it myself, because I don't 100% get it. But I want to learn. I want to stand with the African American community because it is important. And if you are not standing up, or just sitting on the sideline, and you're not trying to get involved with what has been happening, what is happening, then you're part of the problem, because this is people's lives. Like, this is not political anymore. This is humanity that we're worried about. So it's really important to educate ourselves. It's important to talk and discuss and not necessarily attack someone, but listen and give perspective and learn and learn and learn. Educate ourselves, because that's what's really, really important. George Floyd should not have died. This really hit hard, and now everybody is waking up, and actually COVID itself is really opening up the light to what has been happening. Ahmaud Arbery was killed, and on February 24th, 23rd, and only weeks after did they get arrested, and only because the recording hit the internet and people were informed, and then only then they were then arrested and then eventually charged for murder. How crazy, how crazy. So had this not been recorded, do you think they would have been arrested and charged? Who knows? But that's just so aggravating, and that is where the anger comes. Black Lives Matter, and we need to make a change, because this is not okay. Okay, so that was my little spiel. I thought this was going to be a lot lighter, but it wasn't. So I am done with my hair. This is my go-to hairstyle that I usually do. Then I usually sometimes go back and like just do the ends like so. I hope you guys are doing well. I think this is an important topic, but I wanted to just like kind of chat and keep it lighthearted, but kind of flared up there. I hope that this really makes a difference and we begin to change, and I think everybody needs to put that effort, and it starts with what we teach each other, what we teach our kids, and what we allow our family to teach us and influence us. Now that we're adults, please let's stop our elderly from saying racist comments, even if they're not bad people, but those comments that are being made are affecting our thought process, and I think that's where it begins. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well, and for those that are getting ready for residency, I'm really excited for you. Please DM me on my Instagram, mercy.md, and let me know how excited you are, what you're nervous about, if you have any questions, and especially about furniture. So if you find deals, please let me know. Especially now that like all the stores are closed. Well, they're slowly opening up, but it just sucks to go just online shopping. Anyway, and also for those that are applying, you got this. Please DM me if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.